Hey Bernie, Tim Handren, your mayor here. Today is Wednesday, March 24th. Just wanted to bring you a mayor's minute. We haven't done one in a while, but I know our communications department at the city of Boerne, specifically Chris Shadrock and Pam Blansford, have been doing a lot of communication out there. We felt it wasn't necessary, but wanted to give you an update today on a couple of things. Last night we had a meeting with our Boerne Public Facility Corporation. You might remember that was something that was established about 4.5 years ago. And it's for special projects that come in that might be public-private partnerships. We recently put a new project in there, and in the course of that, we stumbled and made some communication mistakes, and we recognize that. And the promise that we made to our community partners, both Boerne ISD and both Kendall County Commissioners, was we would put them on our board. Last night, we formally adopted and approved that we're going to have members from the school district and from the county are going to be on the Boerne Public Facility Corporation. So that's just an important inclusive message, and we've corrected a past mistake. In our city council meeting last night, a couple things came out of that I think are important. One is we are submitting this is a time when we can submit projects to the Alamo Area Metropolitan Planning Organization. That is part of TxDOT, where they go through every 2 years and they prioritize which projects are they going to spend money on. If we can get a project on their list, the majority of that project would be paid for by TxDOT as long as we co-fund some of that. That's a really important thing. The project that we agreed to submit last night on behalf of the city of Boerne is something that will improve the roads at the intersection of Scenic Loop, Old San Antonio Road, and Cascade Caverns. Not only improve that intersection, but solve a lot of the problems related to drainage, as well as make it just a safer intersection. That project is estimated to cost almost $10 million. By submitting it to the Alamo Area MPO, we are hopeful that it will be prioritized as one of their top projects, and they will fund up to 80% of that. So we will learn where we fall on that list later this year, but wanted to let you know that, again, we're trying to solve transportation problems. That was the #1 priority for me when I got in this role, and we are submitting projects to them as we should. We also had a legislative update last night. Now, you know the Texas legislature is meeting. They meet every 2 years. And we had an update last night from our city attorney, Barbara Quirk. Barbara is working pretty tirelessly behind the scenes and monitoring the thousands of bills that are submitted by both the House and the Senate. Now, we don't know which of those bills is going to make it through their various committees and actually be voted on. And that's where our city attorney is working with organizations like Texas Municipal League and others to stay on top of all these bills. We had a long discussion about it last night, and there's going to be more to come. But at the right time, when we start to know which bills are going to make it through, I want to make you aware of the ones that might impact our community very directly and ask you to get involved if you feel comfortable doing that. We recognized the Patrick Heath Library last night. It was recognized with a 2020 Achievement and Excellence in Libraries Award. That award was given a few weeks ago, but we talked about it last night, and Kelly Skolberg, who is leading our library, really is kind of the leader of all things related to that library, and we just got recognized as a top 10% library in Texas. We're lucky to have that jewel. I know that predates my time here. Really, really amazing vision that was put forth in that library, and really a great board that we have there and a great community around the library. We should all be very proud, and I would encourage you, the library is open, enjoy all the things that they give us. Now we talked a little bit about this in closing comments, but I just want to bring you an update on the vaccine and how we're doing in Kendall County. We've been working really hard over the last many weeks, actually starting in January. How do we get the vaccine? The state was trying to figure out how do they allocate the vaccine. But as of today, we're actually in a good place. Kendall County has 33% of its population have already received 1 dose of the vaccine, at least 1 dose. That puts us in the top 16.9% of Texas counties. So we're actually doing better than 75–85% of the other counties in Texas in terms of distribution. That's because we've been doing a good job getting it out very quickly, and a lot of folks have been going outside of the area because, frankly, the state hadn't given us that much vaccine. The good news is we have a really good process. I've received tons and tons of positive emails and phone calls and comments about how our vaccine process is working. Generally, we run it at St. Peter's in the Canna Ballroom. And it's a smooth process. We've got this list that we ask you to sign up on. Folks that have signed up have found it to be a very simple process, and the communication's actually been great. As of Monday, the state is opening up vaccines to all residents of Texas. And we continue to follow those state's guidelines. And we're going to encourage you, if you're interested in getting the vaccine, please sign up on our list and other lists if you can get on them, because we don't know how the state's going to be distributing the vaccine in the future. But as it comes in, we're getting it out usually within 5 business days of when we get it. I'm very proud of the folks that have been working on that. That's a collaborative effort between the city and the county and the city of Fair Oaks. We've had tons of volunteers who have done a great job making sure that process works well, including the American Red Cross. And I got to tell you, St. Peter's has been incredibly generous in letting us use the Canna Ballroom as often as we have. Last week we used it 2 days in a row to give out all the vaccines, both first and second vaccines. Listen, I encourage all of you, sign up for the vaccine on Monday if you haven't, and we'll continue to manage and monitor that list. And as soon as we get more vaccine, we notify people immediately. Look, that's all for now. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll keep you updated on everything. Have a great week.